Hey everyone, happy 2024. Man, it's crazy that it's already 7 days into the new year. Like, where does the time go? I feel like I asked myself that same question at the beginning of 2023, and here we are in 2024. Um, I just wanted to hop on here, like everyone does at the beginning of the year. We reflect on the year past and the new year ahead. But I also want to be more intentional about not just posting things about my music. I don't want to be that annoying creative artist. It's like, oh my god, look at my music, blah, blah, blah. Like, yes, that is a part of it, but like, there's a bunch of things I like to do outside of music. Like, I love crocheting. Fun fact, didn't know that. So yeah, I just want to be more intentional about doing that in the new year. Just posting more again, just about life and things I'm excited about outside of just music. So yeah, 2023 honestly was a blur. Uh, there's things that I, obviously remember, but it just feels like it went so quickly. Um, I got a new tattoo for my birthday. I believe it's Psalm 56:8. I got to design it and collaborate with the tattoo artist over at Queen of Hearts. They're great, love them. So if you need a tattoo, go see them. Um, but Psalm 56:8 says, basically, I'm paraphrasing, it's like, God collects all of our tears in a bottle, right? And the tattoo that I have is basically, I would show you, but it's kind of covered right now, is a glass bottle that has the label of tears on it, but out of that bottle comes like a couple flowers. And that's just a reminder to me that like, nothing is wasted, and that like God sees everything, every tear, all the pain, the suffering, all the frustration, and he takes that and he can make it into something beautiful. And that's just something that like I really have held on to this year, and I'm going to continue to hold on to probably for the rest of my life. um yeah, I got a tattoo, and then I was inducted into the first on-ramp program that's being sponsored by the Academy of Country Music and Black Music Action Coalition, and that has been great thus far. I've met so many really great people, and I've got to go to different networking events and industry mixers, and it's just been helpful just to really start to kind of see like what that world is like. For those of you again that know me, like I've done things with music here and there, but I've not really had a chance to really see what the business side of music really looks like for my own eyes. So that's been great. I got to go to Portland in September and see my friends, but also got to work on my album, which I'll just take time to talk about my music stuff right now so we can get it out the way. um, but yeah, so worked on my album in September, and that will be coming out in um, the spring, later spring of this year. And, No Hard Feelings was the first single off of that. And I will be dropping a music video for No Hard Feelings in the next couple of weeks. So I'm super excited about that. Um, and then I'll be dropping a couple more songs prior to the release of the full album. So again, stay tuned for that. There'll be more things coming in the pipeline. Um, and yeah, I'm honestly just excited to see what this year holds for me in terms of my music. I'll be honest, I've never really have really leaned into being an artist. I've been like, oh, like yeah, I can sing, I can write, whatever, but it's easy to fall into the comparison game of like, oh, like I don't sing like that person, I don't write like that person, or my stuff doesn't really sound like this. And so, sorry if you hear that banging from above. I'm staying with my sister in Chicago, and so my nieces and nephews are running around. But yeah, I've always just kind of shied away from being like fully trying to immerse myself as an artist. Mainly because I'm a creator just in general. But this year I really feel like I started leaning more into being an artist. I've actually played a couple shows. I played at the listening room, which I never thought would happen. I'm, part of the Songs for Jet community now, which is again an honor and a privilege. Um, but yeah, I'm just really excited for what this year holds for my music. I mean, you guys have already gotten, No Hard Feelings almost like 2,000 streams, which is wild. Any of my songs prior to this, I've never gotten that many streams, like, ever. So like that for me is just like already a huge accomplishment. um yeah, so music wise, again, like, more I will be dropping some more music before the, release of the full album. And I'm just gonna say this now, I'm putting it out into existence. I've actually been saying this since 2017. um but I have a goal of being nominated and, God willing, winning a Grammy in 2025. Which, again, I know that sounds wild, right? It sounds crazy, like, but Jasmine, like, you ain't really been out here doing music for real for like that. I know, but that's just something I've really have felt like has just been on my heart for years now. And again, like Mike Todd always says, like, it's only crazy until it happens. And I feel like God has just been aligning things for me, especially in the music realm. So yeah, be on the lookout for all those things music. Now, again, aside from music, 2023, I think a big thing I also learned was that, no matter how many times people may fail you, like, God is always faithful, always. And that's something I'm going to continue to take with me into the new year and honestly the rest of my life. But yeah, for this new year, again, obviously outside of my album releasing, I'm excited just to hit new goals. I really want to learn more video editing. So I have a goal of just like doing a couple of hours a week of learning Premiere Pro, sharpening my skills in Photoshop, really brushing up on my languages this year as well. Like, I was relatively fluent in Spanish in high school and then went to college and just kind of just didn't use it a whole lot. So wanting to really brush up on my Spanish skills, but also there's other languages I want to learn, like Portuguese and Italian and Korean and Japanese. And honestly, I want to learn all the languages. I love languages. I love learning people's culture. I actually, fun fact, almost became a linguistics prior to going to college. Like, that was like the major I thought what I was going to do. Obviously God had other plans. But it is just another passion of mine. And then I'm really excited for this year in terms of fitness. I have a goal of running a half marathon. That's been a goal of mine for a while now. I started running in 2021, which, again, I was one of those people that was like, why do people run for fun? Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, for what? But yeah, I used the Couch to 5K app, which I didn't think would work. But I literally went from not running at all to running a 5K. So I'm a living testament that it works. It really does. And I literally I started running in February of 2021. And by May of 2021, I was running 8 miles. Like, yes, I was able to run 8 miles. The most I've run thus far has been 9. And, life happens, things get off track. But now going to 2024, I'm trying to get back on track with that. So I'm starting to using the Couch 5K app again to get back into the groove of that. And yeah, so I'll be doing that this year, running a half marathon as well, just getting my mind and body just in shape. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing my body transform again. Like, I had lost weight 2 years ago, yo-yoed again, life happened, things got busy, all that stuff. But the cool thing about, again, the weight loss fitness journey is that, like, you along the way find out what your body's actually capable of. Like, now that I know that I can lose 50 pounds, like, if I can do it once, I can do it again. Like, if I can run 8 miles 2 years ago, like, I can for sure run 8 miles again. So I'm excited to see how quickly I'm able to reach those benchmarks, but also exceed those and go beyond what I even can imagine is possible. So yeah, those are a couple of things. Again, just things I'm excited for in 2024, things I learned in 2023. This video is almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off here because I don't want to bore you all to death. But again, thank you all again so much for people who've been there since day one, the people who just joined. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you guys have a blessed new year.